You should go for me.
Excuse me. What type of nuts do they have?
No nuts.
No. Oats.
Oats. Because a lot of kids are allergic to nuts and things. Do they have chocolate? Ramon, did you get water? Did you get water? It's good. Good for you. Especially so hot.
Okay.
Do you want to finish these?
Yeah, just moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be video recording this, and hopefully you'll be able to see this on the
I have a question.
internet. Yes.
Is there any other type of recording besides video recording?
Yes.
I never put this on TV.
Recording?
I never put this on TV, or still want to see this.
It's going to be on YouTube, hopefully.
It's gonna be on news.
On YouTube, hopefully.
Oh.
So
It's gonna be on news.
we're not going to get your pictures or anything like that, but just your voices, so everybody can participate.
Courtney, you and your brother, you can move over there if you want, because you didn't sign a waiver.
What's it gonna be called?
Okay. Okay, this is going to need to stop people from walking in front of the camera. If you need to go, please go behind the camera. That way we won't get your image. Thank you. All right, my name is Mr. Sims, and this is AbZero. We call it AbZero for short. And AbZero is a math game that we're going to play using numbers which become puzzles. 3 numbers constitute a puzzle. You can also do it with 4 numbers or 5 numbers. The whole goal of the AbZero game is to take the 3 numbers, let's say 6, 5, 0, and manipulate them to give us an outcome of 11 or any multiple of 11. Multiple of 11 is a number which 11 is multiplied by. So multiply 11 by 2, you get 22. Give me all of this, let's get this part done. You get 22. 3 times 11 is 33. 4 times is 44. 5 times is 55. 6 times 66. 7 times 77. 8 times is 88. 9 times is 99. 10 times is 110, and it goes on and on and on. You can always check or prove yourself, because whatever number you come up with, if you divide it by 11, then you will end up with a whole number with no remainder whatsoever. Okay, so in the case of 650, we'll get to just 1 second. I just want you to know what numbers constitute 11. So 6 and 5 is always going to be 11. 7 plus 4 is always going to be 11. 8 plus 3 is always going to be 11. 9 plus 2 is 11. And 10 plus 1 is also 11. To begin with the number 650, you can see that 6 plus 5 equals 11. So we can always say that 6 plus 5, you have to do something with the 0. 0 can be used as either 0 or 10, but not both. So you can add it to 11. 6 and 5 equals 11, plus 0 still equals 11. Same thing with 6 plus 5 equals 11 minus 0 is still 11. But what if we want to use the 0 as a 10? 6 plus 5 equals 11 times 10 equals 110. And that corresponds with the answer right there. 110 is a multiple of 11, and therefore it's a solution. And we always mark a solution with a little star by it. Absolute zero can be used in so many ways. You can use the numbers up here using math, all sorts of math functions from multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, square roots, exponents, even factorials. And we've looked at some of those throughout the past few weeks that we've been doing this class. You can also combine numbers. So in the case of 650, you can use it completely as 650 if you have a use for it. Or you can do 6 and 5, you can combine them to be 65, plus or minus, the 0 to use is a 0 or a 10. You can combine the 5 and 0 to equal 50, and then you have a 6 on the outside that you have to use. And of course you can combine, a second function would be to multiply 5 times the 0 used as 10 to equal 50 also, and that's a different function. So if you came up with a solution that incorporated 50, you could either use the 5 and 10 to combine them as 50, or you could use 5 times 10 to be 50 also, and that would be a separate answer or a separate solution. There's so very many ways that this particular puzzle can be used. Well, let's investigate just a couple of those ways. This is what we call running numbers. We'll do some addition and subtraction, we'll do some multiplication and division. Let's take a look and see what we can get. We've already done 6 plus 5. 6 minus 5 won't work. Well, actually it will, I'm sorry. 6 minus 5 equals plus. What is 6 minus 5? 1. We have 1. Now we still are left with a 0. What can we do with the 0? We can use it as a 10. So 10 plus 1 equals 11. And that corresponds with 11. That's what we're shooting for. In arriving at scores, any score that, or any solution that is above 11 scores a positive point, or any solution that's below 11 scores a negative point. So let's say, we scored 15. This is actually not a score, this is a solution. The solution, if it came out to be 15, we've got to look at where that falls compared to 11. Is 15 above or below 11? Above, okay, so we know that. So it'll be a plus. How many numbers is 15 above 11? 4. Good. So we have plus 4. 4 and 11 is 15. If we had a score, if we had a solution of 8, is that above or below 11? Below. Good. So it would be minus. How far below 11? 3. So an 8 would score minus 3. Is as if 11 is par, it equals 0. So any number above 11 is plus that number, or any number below 11 is minus that number. And then in the end of some of these puzzles, we'll be able to have the positive and negative numbers offset each other so that we can possibly arrive at 0, which is absolute 0, which is what the game is called. Okay, let's look back on the 650. This is a very interesting number. Gives us a lot of possibilities. We've done addition and we've done subtraction. How about multiplication? How much is 6 times 5? 30. Then you have plus or minus 10. With plus 10, it equals 10 and 30 is 40. That doesn't work. Okay, we can discard that. Because 40 would have to be 44 in order to be a multiple of 11. How about 30 minus 10? 20. And we have to be at 22, so that doesn't work. So that multiplication doesn't work. How about 6 times 10, using the 0 as 10, equals what? 60. Now we're left over with the 5. What can we do with the 5 to get to our goal? How about if we add the 5? 6 plus 5 is what? 65. And that doesn't work. We have to make it to 66. How about 60 minus 5? What does that equal? 55. And is 55 a multiple of 11?
Yes.
All right, so we have one solution. And how we arrived at it was running the numbers. And we can go further, and I'll just give you these. 5 times 10 equals 50. You add the 6. If you add the 6, it's 56. If you subtract the 6, it is 50 minus 6.
45.
Close, 44. Okay, is 44 a multiple of 11?
Yes.
Then that is a good answer. So that's about 4 so far, and it goes on and on. Okay. And let's go for a new take, please, on the camera. Bring me some numbers, some license plates. This game is originally designed to be played with license plates because that's what I saw in traffic. And so we had the students go out and